You know, there's a lot of GameCube games out there that got a very mixed reception at first. Like Wind Waker, Luigi's Mansion, Mario Sunshine, all games that people really didn't like at first. People have come around though, and now they're mostly seen as classics. Yet some games seems to be stuck in the mixed reception hole, and Mario Kart Double Dash seems to be one of the biggest ones. People are still very mixed on this game to this day. Some people think of it as one of the best Mario Kart games, while others see it as one of the worst Mario Kart games. But why is that so, you may be asking? Why is Double Dash of all Mario Kart games the most controversial one? Well, I've asked myself that question for many years. God, I really don't have a life, huh? And I think I might have the answer. Now, Double Dash is still Mario Kart at its heart. You race, you get items, you destroy friendships, and you get a trophy at the end. However, the biggest difference in this game compared to the others is that you can't jump in the kart due to the weight of 2 characters. Yes, whether you like it or not, you now have to pick 2 characters at the same time in order to start the race. Now, how exactly does that change up the gameplay, you may be asking? Well, now that you have extra hands, that means you can hold on to extra items at once. Either hit one of those double item blocks, or hit an item, press the C button to switch the characters, and then hit another item block, and boom! 2 items for the price of 1. Not only does that make it more chaotic with extra bananas, sweat shells and whatnot, but it can also be used strategically. For example, if you get a star in the 7th place, save it for later and then use the other items again in front of everyone, you can then use the same star in 2nd place and become an unstoppable force. Speaking of items, every pair of characters now have exclusive items only they can get. Well, except for these 2 characters, but fuck these 2. The Mario Brothers get fireballs, the Toads get a golden mushroom, the Koopas get triple shells, the Sex Appeal Brothers get a bomb, and so on. Now, what's cool about this is, not only can you mix and match the characters to be able to get more than one of the special items, but it also gives the player more of a reason to pick one character over the other, which isn't just weight classes. Like if you'd really want the fireball item, you'd pick the Mario Brothers. If you really want the bomb, you'd pick the Sex Appeal Brothers. If you want both of them, you'd pick either Mario or Luigi with either Waluigi or Wario, but then you get a 50-50 chance of getting either. So do you want more of a chance of getting a specific item, or do you wish to get more items? It's pretty cool. So now you might be asking, okay, that's how the game works, that's why it's so different from the others, but why does it have such a mixed reception? Well, what if I told you that I've already answered that question? Or, no, I haven't, but in a way I have, and... Okay, I should probably explain to you what I mean. Mario Kart, at its core, is a very simple racing game, or at least compared to some other racing games out there. Not only is that what makes it so easy to get into in the first place, but it's also why it's so popular. And of course, the items brings out some spice and makes it stand out. But for people like me, even with the items, it's also what makes it kind of boring after a while. Of course there is some skill required to it, but it's still too simple, and it just kind of feels like luck whether I win or not. So a game like Double Dash that makes things slightly more complex at first, but then you learn how to play it, is welcomed for people like me. Don't get me wrong, it's not like the most complex thing ever, yet it's still something. But a downside to that is, to many people, the soul of Mario Kart isn't there in Double Dash. While it's still not the most complicated racing game like I said, it's also not as easy to get into as the others. And to be fair, Mario Kart is a party racing game. It has been from the very beginning. If it doesn't succeed at being easy for newcomers, it's a bit more justified why people would be angry at that. But that's just what I think. If you have a better take, let me know in the comments, and thank you for watching.